Hello and welcome to this episode of Home Entertainment, and we are here again with Bob Hoffman from the Wharton Center. Bob, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely.
It's been a while, it feels
It has
like.
been a while, but now I hope I can come back sooner
course,
and
yes.
more frequent because the season is starting.
Yes,
and
I'm sure you guys have been very, very busy.
It's been busy leading up to it, and I love summer, and I'm sad summer is over, but I'm really excited about the season because it's always fun to get into the swing of things, and no fall is in the air. And our first Broadway show of the season is Come From Away, which is based on a true story, and it's coming to Wharton Center September 10th through the 15th. And Come From Away is the true story of when 9/11 happened. We all remember, those of us who are around, remember where we were, what we were doing. Well, we sometimes forget that there were thousands of people literally on an airplane headed to the United States from Europe, and the
They got
FAA
rerouted.
Yeah, they closed down the airspace so no planes could take off or land. Well, what do you do with all those planes that are kind of halfway or more in between? Do they turn around, or if
Do
they're
they go
close,
somewhere else?
what happens? They go somewhere else. Well, in this instance, there is a small town called Gander, Newfoundland. And at one time, they had one of the largest airports because before the jumbo jet, the jets would land in Gander because it was like the first place before you hit North America. They would refuel and then land and then take off. Well, the airport still exists there, so it's big enough to take all these jumbo jets. So 38 jumbo jets were redirected to Gander, Newfoundland.
38?
38.
And how many passengers do you think?
So that's a lot of passengers. That's like thousands of passengers were
Wow, okay.
rerouted to Gander. But here's the caveat, is that the airspace was closed down for more than a week. And so these people had, they wanted to get home, but they couldn't leave.
They were stranded.
Gander's a small town. So Gander has a very small population. And when they landed, there was a bus strike in Gander.
Oh, no. Okay.
So all these kind of things came to a head. Well, you've got 38 jumbo jets landing in this small town, and they're going to stay a while. So
and where do they go?
They reached out to the townspeople and said, people who are willing to come and take people into their houses, please come forward. Well, this happens when tragedy strikes, people come together. And so many of the townsfolk came together and took in strangers into their house. And this is the story of those relationships. This is the story of what happened when those planes were diverted. It's such an incredible, emotional story.
I want to say that you said this is like one of your new favorites.
It really is, because it's based on a true story, and it's an emotional story in a positive way, because you're reminded of the horrible tragedy of 9/11, but you're focusing on the humanity of it all. Because when that tragedy struck.
I think
how you
struck,
say in your country?
yes.
Gosh, I
Yes.
can't speak. When that tragedy struck, people came together.
Did
People
some powerful
of
things.
all national backgrounds and origins, and we all just came together as humans and said, let's help each other. I remember when it happened here, and you just wanted to reach out to people and be
Right.
with people. And so this is the story of what happened, and it's such an incredible story, and it's based on true events. So
And it's
Absolutely.
perfect timing as an anniversary, 9/11 anniversary.
So this is the thing. It's here September 10th through the 15th. So on 9/11, it's going to be at Wharton Center. And so it's going to be a very emotional reunion, I'm sure. People are going to have lots of stories. The cast is going to be going out into the community doing some pay it forward events during the week. So you'll be hearing a lot of it. But this is a show that I think you really want to see. I really do. I think that if you were around on 9/11, you remember it. And if you weren't around, you've heard about it for, obviously.
What stands out the most to you in this show? Is it the music, or is it just the story and the character?
The music's really great. but the story stands out for me. And the fact that when we're surrounded by negativity all the time, Brandy, a lot of us can get a little jaded and think people just aren't friendly, just aren't nice. You go to this show and you're reminded that, you know what, people are kind, and people do step up. And
A lot of times Broadway shows and going to the theater is that kind of escape.
right,
So,
exactly. And so I really recommend Come From Away. It's truly a magical experience. It's not a long show. But I guarantee that when you leave this show, you'll be reflective. You will have a sense of
Like pride?
yeah. It's kind of like that. What is that word that I'm searching for? Because it's like humanity is good.
Yes.
Humanity does care. Humanity does come together. Anytime there's a tragedy, people do step forward and people do care. And so I feel like you leave that show remembering those things and thinking about where you were and what you were doing, or where your parents were and what they were doing, so it's just so good.
How do you feel and the Wharton Center feel to have this to be the kickoff of the new season?
I'm absolutely thrilled, and I'm thrilled at the time period, because how fortunate are we to have it on 9/11? It's serendipitous, and it's perfect timing to have it here on the 19th year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That feels crazy.
So it's crazy. It's
So how can people
18th
get
year, I guess. So it was 2001.
Yes.
So
How can people get tickets? Remind them of the dates again.
WhartonCenter.com, 1-800-Wharton, or just come to the ticket office and pick up your tickets. It's September 10th through the 15th, so it starts on Tuesday. And then 2 shows on Saturday, 2 shows on Sunday. And I just really think you should give it a try. I guarantee
He's
you.
been talking about this for a really long time.
I have.
He told us, I have a brand new favorite musical and it's coming. I can't say anything yet. And then when you were able to.
I'm really looking forward to it. And I was thinking, well, I want to see it on opening night. And I think I'm going to go back on 9/11 and see it again.
Right. Like you
just
said,
because
very emotional. Yeah.
Yeah, it's emotional in a good way. It's not emotional in a bad way. I think you're reminded of the tragedy, but you're also reminded again of the connectedness.
So we will have you back again for the
'cause we have
the
October
upcoming shows. But for people who didn't catch the last show about the season, what are some of the highlights of the new season, starting with Come From Away?
Well, Les Mis is coming back. We have Black Violin, which is coming back. We have Wicked coming back, My Fair Lady. I mean, there's just a slew of shows. And so WhartonCenter.com, 1-800-Wharton.
And they are now open to
So
anybody.
tickets are on sale.
open. Okay.
Dear Evan Hansen's coming. Now, Dear Evan Hansen and Wicked will have separate on-sale dates. So those shows aren't on sale to just if you want to buy one ticket. However, you've become a subscriber, you can get those tickets right now.
Okay. Well, Bob, thank you so much. I'm sure we'll have you back. Obviously, October is probably filled with lots of stuff at the Wharton Center. So Come From Away is the season opener. And on the anniversary of 9/11, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I can talk, gosh.
Well, don't go away. I'm going to try out some new dance steps at another local dance studio.